We humans, we love a good mystery, and what's more mysterious than the vast, starry expanse above and the even vaster questions it inspires? Where did we come from? Where do we go after this wild ride we call life? Enter reincarnation, the concept that our essence, our soul, doesn't evaporate but embarks on a journey through lifetimes, like a cosmic traveler collecting stamps in a passport of experience. Imagine the universe as a vast cosmic library, and each life is a book. We delve into different genres, different characters, learning and evolving with every turn of the page. Death? Just the closing of one chapter, the anticipation of the next already bubbling inside us. But is this just wishful thinking, a comforting narrative in the face of the great unknown? Or could there be something more to it, a thread of truth woven into the fabric of existence? Let's embark on a journey of our own, exploring the intriguing possibility that we've been here before, and that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, might just offer encores. So, what exactly are we talking about when we say reincarnation? Well, picture this: you, me, everyone, we're not just flesh and bone, but also a spark of something larger, something enduring. This spark, this soul, this life force, call it what you will, is on a grand adventure, a cosmic road trip through multiple lifetimes. Each life is a new costume, a new set of experiences, a new opportunity to learn, grow, and maybe even master a few karmic dance moves along the way. Reincarnation suggests that our souls, those eternal storytellers, are crafting narratives far grander and more intricate than a single lifetime could ever contain. It's about evolving, refining, becoming the best possible versions of ourselves one lifetime at a time. Intrigued? Buckle up, our exploration's just getting started. Now I know what you're thinking. Neil, you're a science guy. Where's the evidence, the data, the cold, hard facts? And you're right to demand rigor. We don't just accept things on faith alone, do we? However, when it comes to the ethereal realm of consciousness and the soul, well, let's just say our scientific instruments are still catching up. That said, there have been intriguing studies, particularly in the field of parapsychology, that hint at the possibility of reincarnation. Researchers like Dr. Ian Stevenson and Dr. Jim Tucker have spent decades meticulously documenting cases of children, often as young as 2 or 3, who claim to remember past lives in vivid detail. These aren't just vague recollections or childhood fantasies. We're talking specific names, places, events, details that have been verified and often correspond to the lives of deceased individuals. While these cases don't offer definitive proof, they do raise eyebrows, prompting us to consider that maybe, just maybe, there's more to consciousness than meets the scientifically trained eye. It's like catching a faint signal from a distant galaxy. We can't quite decipher the message yet, but it's enough to pique our curiosity and keep those telescopes pointed skyward. Now let's rewind the cosmic clock a bit and see what some of history's greatest minds had to say about reincarnation. Plato, that toga-wearing titan of philosophy, believed that our souls are eternal and undergo a cycle of death and rebirth, striving to attain true knowledge and enlightenment. Then there's Pythagoras, the mathematical maestro who gave us the Pythagorean theorem. You know, the one about triangles. He was a big fan of the reincarnation concept, even claiming to remember his past lives. Across cultures and throughout history, the idea of reincarnation has popped up time and time again, like a persistent philosophical weed that refuses to be ignored. It's woven into the fabric of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, as well as various indigenous traditions around the world. It introduces the concept of karma, the idea that our deeds, both good and bad, create a sort of spiritual boomerang effect, shaping our future incarnations. Reincarnation isn't just a philosophical footnote. It's a concept that's deeply intertwined with the beliefs and practices of billions of people worldwide. Journey with us now as we explore the diverse cultural expressions of this intriguing idea. In the ancient traditions of India, reincarnation is a cornerstone of spiritual understanding. Hindus believe in samsara, the continuous cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, driven by karma, the law of cause and effect. The goal? Moksha, liberation from this cycle, achieved through spiritual enlightenment and the realization of one's true nature. Buddhism, too, embraces reincarnation, though with a slightly different flavor. Here, the emphasis is on the cycle of suffering caused by attachment and desire. Each lifetime is seen as an opportunity to cultivate wisdom, compassion, and ultimately, to achieve nirvana, the cessation of suffering. Indigenous cultures from the Americas to Australia have long held beliefs in the continuation of the spirit after death, often envisioning a journey through various realms or a return to the earth in a new form. Reincarnation, it seems, is a concept that speaks to a universal human longing, the desire for meaning, purpose, and perhaps a touch of cosmic justice in a world that can often feel random and unfair. Now let's step out of the realm of philosophy and into the world of anecdotal evidence. One famous case involves a young boy named Cameron Macaulay. From the age of 2, Cameron insisted he was a man named Shane from the Isle of Barra in Scotland. He described Shane's life, family, and their White House by the bay. Astonishingly, everything Cameron described was accurate. These tales invite us to consider that consciousness, like energy, transforms. Have you ever met a child who just seems wise beyond their years? They might possess an uncanny understanding of the world, an emotional depth that belies their tender age, or even exhibit talents that seem to have emerged fully formed. Could this be a glimpse of the soul's journey, a carryover of wisdom and experience from past lives? The idea of children as old souls is a recurring theme in reincarnation literature. Some children even exhibit phobias or anxieties that seem to stem from traumatic experiences in past lives. For example, a child might have an irrational fear of water, which upon investigation, aligns with a past life experience of drowning. While these phenomena can often be explained through conventional psychological means, the reincarnation perspective offers an intriguing alternative. Perhaps these children are simply tapping into a deeper well of consciousness, accessing memories and emotions from previous incarnations. Now, it wouldn't be a proper exploration of reincarnation without addressing the elephant in the room, or perhaps the skeptic at the seance. Critics of reincarnation often point to the lack of empirical evidence, arguing that these claims are based on anecdotal accounts, subjective interpretations, and wishful thinking rather than hard science. Memory, as we know, is a fickle beast, prone to distortion, suggestion, and outright fabrication. Children, in particular, are highly imaginative and susceptible to influence from their surroundings. Could it be that these alleged past life memories are simply products of overactive imaginations fueled by stories, books, or even unconscious cues from adults? Furthermore, skeptics argue that the concept of a soul, a non-physical entity that survives death and transmigrates into another body, is incompatible with our current understanding of biology, neuroscience, and the laws of physics. It's essential to approach extraordinary claims with a healthy dose of critical thinking, demanding evidence, and exploring alternative explanations. As a science communicator, I'm often asked about my personal beliefs. Do I believe in reincarnation? The truth is, belief, in the traditional sense, isn't really how science operates. We deal in evidence, in testable hypotheses, in the relentless pursuit of understanding the natural world. However, I'm also a human being grappling with the same existential questions as everyone else. The idea of reincarnation, while lacking definitive scientific proof, holds a certain allure. It resonates with our innate longing for meaning, purpose, and perhaps even a touch of cosmic justice. Imagine for a moment that reincarnation is real. What would that mean for how we live our lives? Would we be more mindful of our actions, knowing that their consequences might ripple through lifetimes? Would we approach others with greater compassion, recognizing them as fellow travelers on the soul's journey? These are questions worth pondering regardless of one's personal beliefs. Whether or not we subscribe to the idea of reincarnation, the very act of contemplating our place in the grand scheme of things, of seeking meaning and connection beyond the material realm, can be a transformative experience. Ultimately, the question of reincarnation, like many of life's biggest mysteries, might remain unanswered in our lifetime. But that doesn't mean we should shy away from exploring it. Let's say for a moment that reincarnation is more than just a compelling narrative. What if it's a fundamental principle of the universe, a cosmic dance of death and rebirth? How might this awareness influence our actions and moral responsibility? If we embrace reincarnation, our actions have far-reaching consequences. The choices we make shape our soul's journey and future incarnations. Imagine a world where everyone lived with this awareness. Would we treat others with compassion, knowing we might meet them again? Reincarnation becomes a moral imperative, a call to live ethically. Embracing its ethical implications can motivate personal growth and collective evolution. So here we stand, at the intersection of science, spirituality, and the great cosmic mystery of what happens after we shuffle off this mortal coil. Reincarnation, with its tantalizing blend of ancient wisdom and modern intrigue, beckons us to consider the possibility of second chances, of souls on a grand odyssey through lifetimes. While science hasn't definitively proven or disproven reincarnation, let's be honest, we haven't fully cracked the code of consciousness either. What is this awareness that animates us, that experiences the universe in all its wonder and complexity? Is it merely a product of our physical brains destined to blink out of existence when our physical bodies expire? Or could there be something more? Something that transcends the limitations of our current scientific understanding? Whether you embrace reincarnation as a matter of faith, explore it with an open mind, or approach it with a healthy dose of skepticism, one thing is certain: the universe is full of wonders, and the human capacity for imagination and exploration knows no bounds. So keep asking those big questions, keep seeking answers, and keep marveling at the extraordinary mystery of it all.